Antiques Roadshow guest stunned by historical significance and value of retirement gift. The guest stood in stunned silence as Nicholas Lowry, the charismatic appraiser on Antiques Roadshow, continued unraveling the rich history behind the whiskey advertisement he had received as a retirement gift. What had initially seemed like a simple lithograph was, in fact, a rare engraving from an 1870 edition of Tobacco Whiskey Pork Record, a publication that chronicled the booming industries of post-Civil War America. Lowry's eyes gleamed with excitement as he elaborated on the artifact's significance. This isn't just an advertisement, it's a snapshot of Reconstruction-era America, a time of immense social and economic change, he explained. And the man behind this whiskey brand, St. Suit, was no ordinary businessman. He was a figure of contradiction, a wealthy industrialist who used his fortune to challenge the prejudices of his time. The legacy of St. Suit, whiskey magnate and unlikely reformer. The guest listened intently as Lowry painted a vivid picture of Samuel Taylor Suit, a man born into privilege as the son of a slaveholder, yet whose worldview shifted dramatically as he traveled the globe. Exposure to different cultures changed him, Lowry said. He returned to Maryland with a radical belief for his time, that education could uplift formerly enslaved people, and that they deserved the same opportunities as anyone else. In 1873, Suit established a school for black children on his property in Prince George's County, Maryland, a bold move during an era when racial segregation and systemic oppression were rampant. He didn't just donate money, Lowry noted. He took an active role, ensuring that these children learned to read, write, and become what he called good citizens. The guest shook his head in amazement. "I had no idea. I just thought it was an old whiskey ad." Lowry chuckled. "That's the beauty of antiques. They're time capsules, and this one tells a story that's far bigger than just whiskey." The rarity of the engraving. Turning back to the piece itself, Lowry explained that the engraving was not only historically significant but also extraordinarily rare. "There's only one other known copy of this image in existence," he revealed, "and condition-wise, yours is impeccable." The guest's hands trembled slightly as he held the frame. "So, what's something like this worth?" Lowry paused for dramatic effect, a trademark move that had Antiques Roadshow viewers leaning in. "Given its historical importance, its condition, and its rarity," he said, "at auction, this engraving could fetch." Between the guest's jaw dropped. "You're kidding me." "Not at all," Lowry replied with a grin. "Happy retirement, indeed." The whiskey jug. A surprising companion. But the appraisal wasn't over yet. The guest had also brought along an old whiskey jug, presumably connected to the same brand. "My friend gave me this too," he said, handing it to Lowry. "It was emptied, of course, just part of the display." Lowry examined the jug carefully, noting its ceramic construction and the faint remnants of original labeling. "This is a stoneware whiskey jug, likely from the same era as the engraving," he said. "St. Suit's distillery would have used these for distribution. While it's not as rare as the engraving, it's still a desirable piece for collectors." After a moment's consideration, Lowry delivered the verdict. The jug alone would sell for around $1,500 to $2,500 at auction, but here's the thing: if you were to sell them together as a set, the historical context could drive the value even higher. You might be looking at $25,000 or more for the pair. The guest was speechless, running a hand through his hair as he processed the news. "I can't believe it. I was just happy to have a keepsake from my friend. Now I find out it's a museum-worthy piece, a retirement windfall, or a priceless heirloom." As the segment wrapped up, Lowry turned to the guest with a knowing smile. "So what are you going to do with it? Sell it and take a dream retirement trip? Or keep it as a conversation starter?" The guest laughed, still visibly overwhelmed. "Honestly, I don't know yet. Part of me wants to hold on to it. It's not every day you get a piece of history like this, but I'll definitely be calling my friend to let him know what he gave me." Lowry nodded approvingly. "Either way, you've got an incredible story to tell, and that's what makes Antiques Roadshow so special. It's not just about the money. It's about uncovering the past and seeing how it connects to our lives today."